something's happened to work. It's changed. Not slowly, not quietly, but in a sudden, accelerated tidal shift of transformation and expectation. But this change isn't just about being faster. Because being quick is wasted without intelligence. Speed is nothing without direction. In this new world, the organizations that thrive will be those that don't just keep up. They'll be the ones that intelligently anticipate what's around the corner. They'll flow with change, thrive because of it. They'll empower their people to move with clarity, precision, and purpose. And in this moment, there's a decision to be made. You can blindly hold on and watch potential slip beyond the horizon, or you can decide to lead and turn vision into execution faster than the pace of change. To focus not on what slows you down, but on what can set you free. Smartsheet is the engine of that transformation, the intelligent work management platform where people, data, and AI work in concert. It's where agents don't just do things, they notice things. Data isn't just connected, it understands. Routines are automated, roadblocks are eliminated, and the impact of every person on every team is amplified. Because competitive advantage no longer comes from simply working harder or smarter. It comes from working more intelligently, with speed, at scale. Welcome to intelligent velocity that turns insight into impact. Welcome to revolutionary tools that convert ambition into advantage. Welcome to Engage 2025.
Please welcome Smartsheet Chief Executive Officer, Rajeev Singh.
Good morning. How are you? Enjoying yourself so far? It's amazing to see you all. Thank you all for making the trip here. I know your favorite artist, Jay-Z, one time said, you could be anywhere in the world today, but you chose to be here with me, and for that, I thank you. This is a gift. This is my first ever Engage. Oh, by the way, we are live streaming today, and so for those dialing in from London, Miami, Munich, wherever you might be, I want you to know it's 75 and sunny in Seattle. It's been that way the whole week. You're missing like unbelievable weather. But you'll be here next year. I will say this as we really kick off and jump into where we are. Many of you know I'm 30 days into the job, actually less than 30 days into the job. And the idea that Engage, all of our customers, so many of our customers coming together, what happened in that first 30 days is like the ultimate gift for me, the capacity to hear your feedback, to talk to you about where we are. And so I'm so thrilled to be kicking off, and I'm even more thrilled as we get through this session to be spending time with you. So for those of you who want to know a little bit about me, just wondering exactly who this guy is who's running Smartsheet now, let me tell you who I am. That's me there. But I'm new to the role, to be sure, but I'm not new to Smartsheet at all. I've been a Smartsheet customer for the last 12 years, and I know the power of the platform. It is, and I'll say this, and I won't get all sappy on you, it is an intense, an amazing honor to take over a place that's achieved so much already, that has so many brilliant people. The Smartsheet team is extraordinary. The capacity to lead this team of 3,300 people is something that I know is a gift, and I know you specifically care deeply about this place, and you want me to make damn sure I take care of it. I can feel that every day in the feedback that you provide. So here's what I've really heard from you up to now, and I'm only 23, 24 days in the job. You want us to win. You want us to keep growing. You want us to keep building on the platform that we've already established, which is a nice way to do a little segue into my story. I like to think of myself as a builder. I love the act of building, whether that's building teams, whether that's building products, whether that's building companies. The idea of 0 to 1, the idea of creating something from scratch and turning it into something of value is incredibly, incredibly invigorating to me. And I think we're in one of those moments right now at Smartsheet. Now, let me give you a little bit of the backstory. Many of you are probably going to jump on a plane at some point to get home, and you're going to fill out an expense report or book travel to get out here. Some of you are going to use a product called Concur. How many of you will? All right, any of you have any complaints about that software? I haven't worked there in 10 years. I was a co-founder of that company. We co-founded that company with my brother Steve and a dear friend of mine, Mike Hilton. The joy of that journey was, of course, working with my brother and Mike, and of course, building a company that got to $1 billion in revenues. That was super fun. But maybe the best part of that story from my perspective was the idea that there was a technological shift that happened in that moment, and we had to bet. We had to bet on the idea that seems kind of simple today, but in 2000 it wasn't, the idea of software as a service. After we sold Concur, we had another opportunity. Mike and I, Steve decided to take a little time on the beach. If he's watching, I don't think he is. Mike and I decided to really go after healthcare, this idea of a virtual healthcare delivery company. And we bet on something that a lot of people wouldn't bet on, the idea of virtual care. The idea that you would go see a primary care physician or a nurse or a specialist online. A lot of people told us we were crazy. Then 2020 happened and the world realized that was very real. We bet on the idea that that wasn't a fad, but we ultimately bet with our belief that there are moments in time where you have to embrace the future, grab it with both hands, and bet. And when you do, you have an opportunity to win, and winning for us means delivering value to the enormous room like this one, the incredible people in this room. So now, let's talk about Smartsheet. Let's talk about Smartsheet and what that bet is. This product, with all of its extraordinary depth, powered not only by its extraordinary depth and the capacity that we have to keep building on, but powered by AI, has the opportunity to change the world. I believe that with every fiber of my being, and we're going to place another big bet that that's going to happen now, and we're going to do it with you. So you only place big bets when you believe you have a strong hand, unless you're just crazy. Let's talk about the strong hand. The strong hand really starts with you. There's an incredible customer base here, and I've had these unbelievable opportunities to speak with so many of you, and what I hear from each of you, there's a joy of the Smartsheet customer base that I'm already learning, which is, and I'll talk about this again a little later, feedback is a gift, and you guys are generous. You guys love giving gifts. We have an incredible customer base. 150 million automated workflows that run every day or every month. Like, that's extraordinary. I could keep reading stats, but I won't. Here's the story. We have an incredible customer base. We have an incredible platform. It's delivering extraordinary value. Do we have to make it better? Yeah, we do, for sure. If we believe we have the chips, how do we want to play the hand? Does that make sense to everybody? You're supposed to respond in this moment. It's a critical part. Question, inquisitive, response. Thank you. Oh, I like the owl over here. Now, here's the story. It's not about following the AI hype cycle. That's not the story. This isn't about large models that magically deliver rainbows and unicorns. This is about your existing workflows. This is about harnessing a digital workforce of agents and tools that drive real business value now. And it's about marrying that up with a roadmap that's tangible. Do we have to do work, like making tables fully all the way there against grid? Yeah, we got to do that work. And we have to deliver against AI. We're going to do both. And that's how this is going to be an extraordinary company 5, 10 years from now. So now, That's why I'm here. I'm here because of you. I'm here because of my belief that this place can do something extraordinary and that these assets give us a chance to change the world. I know it sounds crazy for a guy who worked on expense reports, but I believe that place could change the world. I believed virtual care could change the world. And I believe this place has that same opportunity. How do you guys feel about that? Now you're getting the hang of it. Now you're getting the hang of it. Now you know my story. That's not my whole story. I'm married for 24 years. I have two lovely, fantastic children who drive me crazy, who are 23 and 21. But you know most of my story. From here, it's my turn to learn your story. So let's jump to what I believe in. I believe in transparency. I believe in the idea of accountability. I believe that when you're transparent and accountable, when you keep your promises, you build trust. And trust is the currency of all great businesses. And that is where we start. So let's start with transparency. And let's get into it. There's a new CEO. There's new ownership. There's new executives. What does this all mean? For there's so many customers I've already met who have been coming to Engage 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. It's extraordinary. What's this all mean to the company that you've come to love over these years? So maybe the first question we answer is this still the Smartsheet you fell in love with? Well, it's a good question. In many ways, yeah, it is. Is it a powerful enterprise collaboration tool? Yep, check that box. Speaking of which, I have my Smartsheet socks on today. Check that box. Yes, it is that. Innovating and creating new markets, is that what we're supposed to be, that kind of company? Yeah, for sure, that's us. Are we the same company, by the way, that made some mistakes in our pricing model rollout over the last year? Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about it. We're talking about it. Transparency means we get to talk about it. This is a very intimate setting of 5,000 people. Let's have a chat. No, we're not that company anymore. We learned and we grew. That's what smart companies do. That wasn't a play on words, but smart sheet, you got it? We made mistakes and we've listened and we've learned. And we're gonna continue to listen and learn until we get it right. I'd say we've made progress, guys. We've already put control in your hands where it belongs. We've put a new loyalty benefit in place to make sure we never see like a crazy price increase on your bill again as a surprise. We've done that. And like I said before, I spent the day with our customer advisory board yesterday and a group called EEE. And as I said before, if they're like our power users, they believe that feedback is a gift times 10. And they shared there's more we can do. They shared that there's more we can do and we will do that work. We're here to listen, we're here to learn, but more importantly, listening and learning is like a passive exercise. Doing is the next thing, and that's what we'll do. Thank you. I think those are Smartsheet employees clapping, but I like it. So here's some gifts I'm gonna give back to you. If the last point was about transparency, here comes some accountability. The new Smartsheet is gonna be customer obsessed. In our product, in our data, in our service, in our executive sponsorship, we will be obsessed and working backwards from your value. We will be a strategic platform, not a tactical tool. We're going to unite your business across all the silos and the enabling that corporate-wide collaboration that you want to happen. We have to make it happen. We have to make it happen for you. We have to make it happen for the C-suite. And we will compete and we will innovate. We're going to compete for your business, even though we already have it, because we know every day you have a choice. And we're not going to pretend that's not true. We have to create value. We have to be the best in the world. And every person at Smartsheet, I promise you this, will hear that message over and over again, and we will be accountable to that. And you can hold us to it. That I guarantee you. So if transparency and accountability means something, it really equate to trust. We won't be perfect every day, but we'll be committed to the effort of being perfect every day. I hope you feel what I'm saying. Today, to be clear, we honor all that is the past of Smartsheet. It's extraordinary. Mark Mader's a dear friend of mine. The team that built this company is extraordinary, whether they work here today or they don't. And when we honor the past, we have a right to say that the future will be different. And then we commit to that new future. Can you all understand that? Does that make sense to you? All right, good. So now let's jump. Everyone wants to talk about AI changing the world, to be clear. For consumers, it certainly has. But why is it taking longer for business to change? Well, because businesses are more complicated, and AI doesn't touch every element. First, because siloed tools lead to siloed data. Put more technically, cross-systems work. Microsoft, ServiceNow, Salesforce, Workday, you name it. Those siloed tech stacks don't talk to each other. They don't talk to each other because technologically they're not necessarily enabled to do so. And by the way, economically, they're not necessarily incented to do so. So how are we supposed to bridge them and collaborate? You already know that answer. But second, there's another reason. Because AI has to evolve to the needs of business. It started as a consumer tool, and my God, it's changed the world. As an enterprise tool, Gen 1 was about copilots. Gen 2 is going to be about agents. Gen 3 is going to be about cross-system collaboration and automation. That last one is really hard, and there's only a few companies in the world that can do it, and we're going to be one of those that lead the world there. Because we're going to have copilots and agents, but most of all, because we're going to understand. We understand enterprises. We understand you and your business better than any other company in the world. And where that understanding is lacking, we will invest and learn and grow. We owe you a perspective, and we're going to deliver one. But here's the other part of the story, guys, and this is a part of the core part of the strategy where we go. When I say guys, that's unisex. I mean both men and women. I'm not picking one group out. In the enterprise, you cannot deploy AI willy-nilly. You have to have a strategy. How many of you think your corporate CISO and legal departments are willing to just deploy AI agents with no review? See, laughter. That's the fact. Of course not. You need governance. You need audit trails. You need data privacy. You need compliance frameworks. This is all grown-up stuff. This is business. And we have to talk like business people and understand the complexity of our business for real enterprise companies. Look, the AI hype cycle is real. The MIT study that says that most pilots fail, you've all read it. Some of you agree with it, some of you don't agree with it. But we have to see measurable AI, or we have to see measurable value in AI deployments moving forward. The world is going to tire of pilots that don't work. And we have to get out of the world of pilots. Let's just go build value. And that means companies shouldn't be paying for every agent you deploy. Agents aren't definitionally valuable. What's valuable is productivity. What's valuable is revenue. What's valuable is cost reduction. What's valuable is quality improvement. That's what you can charge for. AI is a tool, not a revenue model. And when AI proves that it can power collaborative work management across systems with governance, with measurable value, it becomes what we call intelligent work management. And that is the future of Smartsheet. How am I doing? Do I still have you? I've got like 11 minutes still on the clock here. Intelligent work management goes beyond simple collaboration. Like, here's the real idea. Brilliant humans leading a powerful digital workforce of agents informed by the data of your business and the perspective of your partner. And I want you to hear this last point loud and clear. Real market leaders, real enterprise market leaders have a perspective. We understand your business because we've been studying alongside of you. And we're willing to tell you what we think. This isn't just about giving you tools. This is about pointing you to the answers and saying, look, hey, I'll build it alongside of you. I'm here to work with you because I know how this is supposed to work and I know what you're supposed to do. This is why you partner with market leaders. And our market leadership is really built around every single one of you. What if there was a marketplace of customer solutions, ideas, and agents, and that marketplace was powered by the people in this room, and you had a chance to look at all of that brilliance? That's intelligent work management. So I'm going to recap this for you now, acknowledging that the people in the back are getting a little nervous about whether I'm going to run over and Kara Swisher's going to leave before she does her podcast. Here's what intelligent work management means to me. It's one platform, all of us on that platform. It's a digital workforce. It's a complete control and governance structure, and it's leveraging your data across those platforms. What comes from that, we believe, is predictive knowledge, the idea that we can be a brain right next to you working on what you work on. Can you imagine a partner to brainstorm scenario planning, to work on next steps, to look at your budget, and that's a digital partner who really understands your operating history? That's our view of the future. And it's not here today, but it's the work we're going to build. The first step in demonstrating that value is really about building out-of-the-box solutions in our minds. We want to deliver value that we can put at your door. And we can do that leveraging the experience of 100,000 plus customers. Today, we're going to outline 4 core enterprise solutions that are available to customers right now to deploy, and then configure them out of the box. I'm not going to read them. Look, the marketing team that brought you the name Smartsheet also brought you those names. And they're hard to read. But I promise you, they're extraordinarily valuable. Sorry, Chris Pick. Chris is sitting in the front row. We're not going to be able to even get those on the side of a milk carton, but we might need the side of a bus to get them. But nonetheless, they're extraordinarily valuable. Not catchy names, but extraordinarily valuable. Every solution addresses a complete set of stakeholder needs, from strategy to execution. That's why it's valuable. We've studied our customers, we've studied our data, and we know how to draw the outline and give you a paintbrush. You and your teams in the field then have the opportunity to paint your masterpiece. And you can do it fast. You can deliver business value real time with metrics that are going to move from to like that. And here's what's even better. It comes from customer experience. The AI agents that are going to power these workflows of the future are going to be built off of data that actually teaches us where we're supposed to be. And that is the beginning of why our AI strategy is different. This is one of the most important elements that I want you to take from today's conversation. Everybody has an AI strategy. AI at Smartsheet is not an add-on or a revenue model. It's ubiquitous, it makes life easier, it's woven into everything we do, it's tied to the fabric of the workflows that you're automating, and it is so because it's enterprise-grade architecture. That's why you chose this place to begin with. And it's made up of 4 layers. Every architecture has to have 4 layers, guys. It's critical. And those 4 layers start with the experience layer. This is what users get to touch. It moves to the orchestration layer. How do we decide how these digital workforces are going to tie together? It moves to an application layer that includes the Smart Hub, where you get to decide whether you're deploying an agent or pulling it back, and the foundation layer that includes a knowledge layer. And the knowledge layer is like the most important part of this story. What if we had all of this data and we knew how the data related to itself? Linking the dots between people, work, and content. This is the platform for intelligent work management. This is where we're going. People at the center, AI digital workforces, operating on your data, operating on your workflows, and across the silos to power collaboration. So before I wrap up, I have some special guests I want to bring out. But before I even do that, this is for the teleprompter folks who are starting to get stressed because I'm off script right now. Before I even do that, let me give you a couple of things that I want you to walk out of here with. There's a differentiated AI strategy that's built around AI, that's built around enterprise capacity. Number 1. Number 2, it's not just about AI at Smartsheet. There's a whole bunch of power users in here who have a list of features you want to make sure we finish that don't have anything to do with AI. I promise you, we're talking a lot about AI. Cynthia and Pratham are going to come out here. We're going to finish that work too. I guarantee you we will do it. We hear your voice. It's going to get done. And for those 3 people who care, I thank you. And finally, we're going to listen. We're going to be face first to the customer. You are going to see me, but you're better. You're going to see my whole executive team. We are going to be out there hearing your voice. If we're wrong, we'll fix it. If you tell us we're wrong and we disagree, we'll tell you. So now, everything I've talked to you about so far has been about our commitment to you. But in a real relationship, and this is where we're going to end, a real relationship, which is what this one is, we ask for a commitment in return. So get ready. Here comes my ask. It's about us working together so that the CIO and the CFO and every leader in your business understands the value we can create together. It's time to step out of the shadows for Smartsheet. And when we do, we can stop answering the question like, what does Smartsheet do again? Or is that your to-do list? Or is that a spreadsheet, like an online spreadsheet? How many of you had answered that question at least twice this month? We got to step out of the shadows. It's time to put our chest out there and say we believe in what we do. You need more tools to help in that conversation. We're going to deliver those tools. You need more robust enterprise-grade services. We're committed to that, I promise you. You need a pricing model that supports your desire to expand. We will not shy away. We will not back down. We have your back. What we're asking of you is that you lean into that like you've always leaned into Smartsheet. Ultimately, you've been the force behind this market forever. Our customers are our source of strength. Your data and your strategies are the source of strength. What comes next is what I think is the best part of the story. It's our customers. So let me put the spotlight let me change the spotlight from me to a couple of incredible stories for you, our customers. The next two stories capture both the scale, the creativity, and the impact about what you can do with Smartsheet. And it really starts with one story about building something in space and another story about transforming operations here on Earth. Take a look.
minus 7 minutes. Status check to proceed with terminal count. Atlas Systems, propulsion.
Go.
Hydraulics.
Go.
Centaur Systems, propulsion. Go. Pneumatics. Go. LO2. Go. LH2.
Go.
Anomaly chief. Go. Launch director.
You have permission to launch.
Proceeding with the count.
3, 2, 1. We have ignition and liftoff.
Parameters continue to look good. We are now moving at 4,000 miles an hour.
Flight software looks nominal. Mechanicals proceeding nominally.
All Kuiper satellites have been deployed successfully.
Congrats, Kuiper.
People share their big moments with us. Thousands of memories are being made at sea, so we need a solution that can handle whatever it takes to go above and beyond for our guests. At NCLH, we operate 3 award-winning cruise lines that offer more at sea: Norwegian, Oceania, and Regent Seven Seas.
Before adopting Smartsheet, our project management environment was a mix of tools and processes that had developed organically over time. As our organization grew and our project portfolio expanded, it became clear that we needed a more centralized, scalable solution to drive alignment, improve reporting, and enforce governance. Smartsheet gave us that structure while allowing the flexibility needed to support different types of projects. We quickly developed a demand intake solution in Smartsheet. Its ease of use, along with improved collaboration and transparency, proved to be a game changer. As teams began to see the value, we immediately focused on scaling it. In just 2 years, Smartsheet has become embedded across all levels of the organization.
Okay, everybody, join me in welcoming 2 incredible leaders from teams who have extraordinary stories: Kat DeLeonaris from Amazon Project Kuiper and Pedro Cuberis from Norwegian Cruise Lines. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I'm going to try to get out of this shot so people can see how amazing you two are. Kat and Pedro, first, thank you for being here. Yeah. Your stories are so different. They're so cool, but they're so different. One's about connecting the world from orbit. Mm-hmm. And the other one is about delivering extraordinary customer experiences at sea. And I think both of them show what's possible when you leverage a platform to connect people, to connect process, to connect data. So Kat, I want to start with the story with you. Project Kuiper is tackling this massive mission. This idea of bringing high-speed internet to communities that don't have it today.
Yes.
Tell us about you and your team and how you make that happen.
Sure. So I lead the team that's responsible for seamlessly connecting space to ground with hundreds of ground stations around the world. And my team glues everything together from regulatory approvals to our construction schedules, and then ultimately we operate the system as well. So Smartsheet is what keeps us aligned, keeps our engineering, our operations, and our teams functioning together. And this is how we manage literally thousands of moving parts to stay focused on this one big goal.
So Kat, when you started and someone said you're going to launch thousands of satellites and connect 3 billion people, they just handed you a playbook, right, and said here's how you do it.
Sure, of course, yeah.
Tell us how you started.
Well, I was team member number 1 for all of the ground infrastructure for Project Kuiper. So it was literally a blank page, no tools, no templates, just here's a piece of paper, Kat, go figure it out. We really worked backwards from how we are going to tackle this mission and scale. So Smartsheet gave us that flexible way to start really fast, but we've grown the program significantly as we've expanded globally. So we've experimented, we've built workflows, and now we're expanding in over 60 countries. So that flexibility keeps us moving really fast while keeping that structure and data in place.
Extraordinary, really. Pedro, we're going to come to you now. Your story kind of starts different. She started blank page. You've got a complex global operation already underway. You've got to jump in. Tell us how Smartsheet helped you modernize or thought about that.
Exactly. We were not starting from scratch. We already had established systems, but we needed better visibility, consistency, and governance across our PMO framework. So we decided to start small. We deployed a simple solution focused on one program. And once executives saw the value of live data in dashboards instead of having to rely on static reports, adoption grew organically and very quickly.
That's awesome.
Today, Smartsheet connects hundreds of projects and dozens of processes together, and it had become this enterprise hub for everything that has to do with collaboration, governance, and execution.
Enterprise hub is like magic. It's like music to my ears. But it's more than efficiency, right? When you think about these systems ultimately have a real impact on the guests that you're serving.
Absolutely. Every efficiency that we gain behind scenes basically translates into us being able to invest more into that guest experience.
Yeah.
Ultimately, with Smartsheet, the teams have access to better data, better collaboration, and faster execution, and that's what empowers them to deliver more to our guests.
Yeah.
In a way, this helps us retain that freshness of their cruise experience.
That's awesome. Awesome. Kat, I'm going to jump back to you.
Sure.
Your work is having a different kind of human impact. Obviously, you're connecting people to the world when you connect them to the internet. Tell us about the mission of your team. How does that translate for them?
Sure. This is what I get out of bed for every single morning, if you didn't know. So nearly 3 billion people on Earth still lack reliable internet, and our network will change this. We'll connect schools, we'll be able to do medical clinics, and help small businesses thrive in remote areas. So knowing that our work is really creating opportunities for all of these groups is deeply motivating for myself. And shout out to my team, who I know there's watching.
Awesome. So you're both scaling at really massive levels. Already existing, brand new thing. Kat, your teams are managing hundreds of global projects. Pedro, your systems run across all the brands, or multiple brands. How do you stay agile and keep growing? How do you think about that, Kat?
Yeah, I think automation, obviously, you can't scale through humans. So automation has been the key for us. We've built in workflows, approvals, vendors that are self-updating projects. And then our reporting so that our teams can stay really focused and pushing the information out rather than chasing the information is super important. So it's really important for us to keep the momentum. I can't tell you how fast I've been told to build a global network. Just so you know.
Pedro, what about you?
Same for us. Smartsheet streamlines what used to be disconnected processes. From contract renewals and compliance to internal audits, our teams now can focus on delivering value to our guests instead of having to track status updates.
Totally.
This consistency is what enables us to scale without losing momentum.
Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. So the whole world's talking about AI. I just got up here and talked about AI. So how do you see that shaping the work you're going to do moving forward? Pedro, let's start with you on this one.
Well, today we're piloting AI connectors that deliver immediate insights that used to take hours.
Yeah.
Our main goal with this new capability is drive better decisions. So focusing on capacity planning, what-if scenarios, and ultimately helping us, do more faster. I think, to be honest, that we're just scratching the surface with this capability.
Yeah, that makes me happy. Kat, what do you think?
Yeah. So Pedro and I are both working on capacity, just different types of capacity. So mine's network capacity and how fast I can deliver that network capacity. Yep. So as we shift, we're really looking for removing those blockers on speeds to get that operational for customers. And then we're moving the shift into full operations. And that is where we're also integrating performance data, financial data, looking at P&Ls, and how we contribute to the overall business as well.
I know you love the stories as much as I do, because it's two amazing people, who are working on things that are focused, ultimately at the end of the day, on making people's lives better. Mm-hmm. And you're using the tools that you need to in order to make that happen, and it's incredibly inspiring. Kat and Pedro, I can't thank you enough for being here. I can't thank you enough for telling your stories and jumping up on stage in front of 10 million people. So thank you for doing that. Cheers.
Thank you so much.
That's incredibly inspiring, and the only way to follow that, in my mind, is the brilliance of the product and the brilliance of the people who lead our product teams and our technology teams, our Chief Product Officer, Prathama, and our Chief Technology Officer, Cynthia. But before we give them the stage, check this out.
Please welcome Smartsheet Chief Product Officer, Prathama Arora.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Raj. I'm Prathama Arora, and I'm truly honored to join you at Engage today as the Chief Product Officer. I've been with Smartsheet now for 6 months, and I couldn't be excited to be here this morning because we have so many amazing things to share with you. Each and every one of you is doing remarkable work, solving complex problems that your teams face every single day. But let's be honest, what we're facing together isn't easy. Work is transforming faster than we've seen in decades. Complexity is rising, change is the only constant, teams are stretched thin. This reality creates 3 key challenges we aim to solve for you. First, we do want to move mission-critical work forward and deliver the results when everyone's asking you to do more with less. Second, how do we translate your vision into execution and get that competitive advantage when the pace of change keeps happening faster? And third, with technology evolving so quickly, how can we leverage AI to increase your velocity to deliver those outcomes? And that's why we listen closely, because it helps us deliver on the innovation you need to thrive in the future of work. Let's look at one of our largest global companies, championing their mission of addressing urgent needs to build sustainable electric power system. They're using Smartsheet and Control Center to manage these massive capacity expansion projects. They've already moved fast because of solutions like data shuttle and automations. But they've shared with us that harnessing the power of AI, they will get the insights they need, like real-time ROI, faster than ever before, allowing them to make the right decisions with much more confidence. And that's the bar. And hitting that bar requires more than incremental features. It requires a solution turning ambitious goals into smarter outcomes. And stories like this are what inspired us to define intelligent work management. We are building a whole new way to bring your vision to life. Wow, this isn't just, okay. Thank you. This isn't just another product evolution. It's a whole new way to help you achieve your vision. We think about intelligent work management across these defining principles. At a core, it's a digital workforce that works with you. Think about a unified suite of AI agents and intelligent capabilities really helping you do more in Smartsheet, easier than before, and achieving things you didn't even think were possible. That helps you start new projects in a fraction of a time, optimize your work, and transform how teams operate by unlocking more capacity. We heard about capacity a second ago, to focus on strategic work. Next, a world-class experience, built to help you get from plan to done faster. And the interface feels natural. And finally, the enterprise-grade platform for unified work, engineered for flexible, adaptable, secure, and to empower you without limits. Smartsheet is the only company uniquely positioned to deliver this. And here's why. We are the leaders in enterprise scale, period. We manage millions of active projects and automated workflows, and we are the trusted platform for the majority of Fortune 500. We understand your work. The deep insight is the intelligence behind our platform that accelerates your team's results. And we are innovating our AI capabilities with enterprise-grade principles in mind. A system of building blocks that Raj showed you with governance and controls that you have come to expect from us. Altogether, intelligent work management unites AI, data, and people. It's a place where silos come down, where every team is connected, and every decision is informed. We think about it to amplify human potential, not to replace it. We have so much to show you today that will make this real for you. But I'm looking forward to sharing this AI and enterprise-grade innovations. But before we do that, because we want to keep it, I want to give a warm welcome to Cynthia T., the Chief Technology Officer and a dear friend who will walk us through some of our key launches.
Thank you, Pratima. It's such an honor to be here. Pratima spoke about the vision for intelligent work management, a platform that unifies AI, data, and people. This isn't a future promise. It's a foundation we've been building with you over the past year. Our customers are already driving incredible results, and every launch since last Engage has been focused on these three things: making Smartsheet smarter, making it easier to use, and making it safer. We see AI as a force multiplier. AI formulas are now easily generated in table view, helping teams quickly build out their sheets and up-level their reporting. And then there's my favorite feature of all, AI charts, which suggests and generates visualizations for you and adds them to your dashboard. Ever since we released this, my dashboards have taken only minutes to create. And let me tell you, they are beautiful, thanks to AI-suggested themes. Finally, we've embedded AI directly into how users get started with Smartsheet. AI-powered guided project setup helps new users onboard faster so they can launch their project in minutes with personalized recommendations. A smarter platform must also be easy to use and super fast. We've focused relentlessly on quality of life improvements to make the Smartsheet experience more intuitive, more collaborative, and delightful, especially on large sheets. At the heart of this journey is Table View, and we are finishing strong on this commitment. Rebuilt from the ground up, Table View makes it easier for anyone to get started and move work forward. It unlocks entirely new ways of organizing, collaborating, and executing on work while enabling us to deliver new capabilities faster than ever. 95% of your sheets will load in less than 3 seconds with Table View. Edits are processed instantly, even on massive and complex sheets. And with ongoing enhancements, scroll and interaction performance will be up to 5 times faster. In Board View, viewing and managing your work is now significantly easier with new find and inline editing features. We introduced the Board Density Configurator, enabling you to customize your card size and spacing to match your exact work style and needs. And in Timeline View, expanded grouping and field visibility options provide additional flexibility in visualizing your data. You also now have a timeline widget for your dashboards and a timeline view in reports, helping you effectively communicate project milestones to your key stakeholders. You can now have your own custom color themes as well in dashboards to reflect your company identity. We've also made portfolio level reporting more efficient, more scalable, and the form submission experience released significant accessibility updates, ensuring inclusive, barrier-free data collection. Last but not least, the file library is now available for workspaces with approvals, so you can securely share individual files for review without granting access to the entire workspace. I'm catching a breath, but here's a sneak peek at what's releasing shortly. So you all know that Table Views, Save Filters, Faster Find, these are key utility updates for managing workloads. Well, guess what? Coming in January, we're giving you dashboard filters. You will have the ability to filter an entire multi-sheet dashboard using a single filter panel. You'll also be able to include filter and style presets directly on the canvas. Your stakeholders can now quickly iterate and personalize the data insights you've shared with just a few clicks. And I have one more for you. So typing can sometimes be a tedious way to fill out a form. Using AI, forms can now capture and understand your submissions through voice. Speak your responses. Speak them, and Smartsheet Intelligent Form Fill will understand and place the information all in the correct fields for you. None of this innovation matters without trust. So I want to reaffirm our commitment to enterprise-grade security and governance. We already provide you with industry-leading controls like SAML-based SSO and multi-factor authentication options for some of your plans, but to ensure everyone has access to secure authentication mechanisms, we're strengthening this. Customers on all plan types will now be able to enforce the use of authenticator apps as a required second factor for login. We're also ensuring that people and organizations you collaborate with are held to the same standards by providing our enterprise customers the option to enforce this requirement for external collaborators. These launches, from smarter AI to a more seamless experience and a stronger security foundation, are all proof points of our commitment to you. Now I'm excited for Pratima to share what we're building next to bring the full vision of intelligent work management to life.
That was incredible. That was incredible. My partner in crime, Cynthia, she got more clappies without even asking. What you just saw is a launchpad for everything to come with intelligent work management, where our platform will help you accelerate execution and empower your business and your teams to thrive. So let's get into it. To deliver on that promise, it requires innovating Smartsheet with a product with AI to a truly unified AI-first work platform. Our goals are to help you work with greater speed, deeper insight, and total confidence. To achieve this, Smartsheet is designed as a system of building blocks. Smart Assist as your digital gateway that will allow you to activate a world of intelligent capabilities. Smart Agents as your always-on coworkers, unlocking more capacity for you and your team and amplify your work. Smart Flows automates that manual, time-consuming work that slows you down every day. While Smart Columns will bring the same power right in your data columns. Knowledge Graph underpins these capabilities, enables personalized, contextual guidance for everyone. Combined together, these building blocks are an AI-powered solution that's tailored to elevate how your teams operate. So let's explore them in detail now, starting with Smart Assist. Imagine a persistent entry point to access AI through a conversational interaction with Smartsheet. It understands your work context, provides you personalized recommendations so that you can get from the first idea to the finished result in minutes. You can ask Smartsheet to create a brand new project with simple outline, to power up automations and workflows, to answer questions about your projects, to show you upcoming or overdue tasks, and so much more. This increases your team's bandwidth and efficiency. Let's look at it in action. Our user, June, has been newly assigned to a project and wants to quickly get up to speed and get to work. She opens Smart Assist and asks, what's going on with this project? In seconds, Smart Assist delivers a crisp summary with key insights and recent activity, all organized so she can instantly know where things stand. Next, she asks how many tasks have passed due. Smart Assist would analyze that data, generate a clear chart, and spotlights the area that need attention. She continues to get recommended actions that she can take. She clicks on Show Overdue Tasks, and Smart Assist helps her to create and apply a filter right there on the panel. June then spots a big task with a lot of moving pieces. She then asks Smart Assist to create a new sheet to track her procurement plan. It guides her through creating a new sheet. She makes the changes directly in the panel, and it creates it for her automatically. From questions to action, Smart Assist helps June stay in control and move projects forward faster than ever before. We are super excited about it. I am personally super excited about it, and I would love for you to experience it for yourself at the AI booth or learn more about it at our breakout session. Next, let's talk about your digital workforce, Smart Agents. They are designed to work alongside you as always-on coworkers, empowering you to delegate the routine tasks so that you can focus on high-impact strategic work. This is AI beyond automation. Smart Agents apply deep line of work knowledge, intelligent reasoning to drive your work forward. They'll understand, anticipate, and act. With your review and approval, of course, helping your teams move faster with confidence. So let's meet our first agent, Smart Agent called Project Management. Let's see it in action. So again, our user June has set up the project management smart agent here. She gets notification in Teams from the agent, proactively telling her that it's identified a risk. With a click, June can open that sheet and see that message in context on the right panel. The agent's already highlighted the at-risk task and logged related entries in risk log for her. Unlike an automation just flagging an issue, the agent goes further. It recommends her how to resolve it, suggesting 2 people on the teams to reassign the task. She accepts the recommendation, and the agent takes the action, reassigning the task, notifying everybody, and even updating the risk log. Now, that's not all the agent can do. It's continuously monitoring the project to stay on track. Here, it recognizes upcoming milestone review and updates the dashboard for June. Because the agent operates transparently, June can easily review its responsibilities and actions, all visible and in her control. That is the digital workforce that we are building. Next, let's talk about smart flows and smart columns. We all have those repetitive tasks that eat up all day. Smart flow is designed to give you that time back. Smart flows help you create complex, intelligent, multi-step automated workflows just by asking. So you could say, get an update from my team every Friday, summarize it in a sheet, post that summary on Slack. And smart flows will just do it. It's an evolution of automation capabilities, but smarter and more powerful than ever before. You can see that in action even in the builder. We are also bringing the same power right into smart columns. Need to quickly translate 100 rows of information into another language? Done with a click or 2. Need to analyze customer sentiment survey? Just add a smart column. They can assess the data, automatically assign labels, and give you the summary right there in the Smartsheet experience. This means everyone, new users, power users, can automate their work at scale, freeing up time and effort while unleashing productivity. So you might be wondering, how does these new AI capabilities understand your work? A big part of that is knowledge graph. The intelligence layer that is personalized based on how you work. It stores, connects information as relationships, linking data, people, and work, and content. So when the project management smart agent recommends you the next best action or suggests you to add a team member, that helpful little insight is coming directly from knowledge graph. Together, Smart Assist, Smart Agent, Smart Flows, and Smart Columns deliver a unified suite of intelligent capabilities within AI-first experience, and a digital workforce that works with you. Now, we believe in giving our customers a platform that you can truly make your own. We know the best solutions are flexible and fit right into how your teams work. Smart Hub will make that possible. It's the AI control panel where you'll be able to manage, configure, control how Smartsheet AI is deployed across your organization. I generally say Smart Hub enables 2 things. Number 1, you'll be able to build, manage agents and flows and augment Smart Assist. You will also be able to see responsibilities your agents can take on and share agents across teams. And number 2, it provides you full transparency into your data and how it's used, all backed by complete audit trails and traceability your business requires. Responsible AI is a core principle of the AI solutions we are building. And we're committed to that transparency, so you'll always see AI is where AI is at work. Each of our AI capabilities have the controls and oversight built right into them at every level. Smart Hub will be available next year, while a lot of the other functionality is already coming in EAP in coming months. Having that level of trust and security is what we promise to you. And it also allows us to deliver on the next big promise, a truly enterprise-grade platform, one that's designed for flexibility and one that's built for scale. Many vendors claim they are enterprise grade, but only a few take the time to define what it actually means and what value it provides to you. For us, it's the ability to manage and orchestrate work at massive scale. It means having one trusted source of truth instead of juggling fragmented tools. It means helping your teams collaborate faster with automated workflows, role-specific views, seamless connections that bring your core data together. All this power, control, and visibility come together in Smartsheet to maximize in 4 essential values for your teams. First, flexibility. A platform should mirror your reality, not the other way around. That means empowering your people to build the solutions that adapt to your unique ways of working and evolve as the market shifts. Smartsheet is engineered to fuel business agility across teams, departments, and organizations. Second, scalability. We help you manage and optimize work at scale, whether it's a single task team tracker or multiple portfolios at work, orchestrating every detail across 60,000 projects. Interoperability. The third and the critical part of scaling is making sure everything is connected. With integrations to unify core apps and data and connections with tools like Slack and Teams that you use every day, interoperability in Smartsheet enables seamless work. Finally, one of the most important pillars, security. Advanced security and governance capabilities provide confidence that user and data is protected. The result? A connected workforce that moves work forward and innovates at scale to build competitive advantage. But wait, there's more, because competitive advantage isn't just about having the right plan. It's about having the best insights that makes the best decisions to deliver on that plan. And here's the problem. In critical moments, planning often feels like guesswork. How many of you guys feel that? And guessing is not a strategy, right? As you know the scenario, it's late in the day, everything looks fine, until suddenly it doesn't. High-stakes project fall off a cliff, suddenly off the rails. You have to make a decision right now, and it affects your budgets, deadlines, and your team. What should you do to get back on track? Reshuffle people, delay a low-priority project. You make a change, but you can't see the downstream impact until it's too late. No one should have to risk live project data just to figure out the best path forward. We believe there's a better way than guessing. With scenario planning, we can safely explore what-if scenarios to see the impact your team can deliver without disruption to live projects. You can understand and evaluate recommendations for projects, sharing options with leadership to bring complete visibility into trade-offs. Despite project challenges, you can lead with certainty and focus on the work that drives biggest impact, while maintaining clarity, visibility, and confidence across all your stakeholders. That is the power of data-driven decisions. And it's the power we want to deliver to every one of your teams. We're excited about it to share that scenario planning is currently in private beta and is coming soon to EAP. And how do you scale people and projects at portfolio level? Let's talk about waste for a second. A sobering statistic shows that nearly 12% of organizations' resources are wasted due to inefficiencies on project management processes. We know where this comes from. It's a feeling of chaos when every team is doing things a little differently. It's the time we all lose by creating the same projects from scratch. Having no central visibility, it invites errors, it wastes time. Our answer to that is Smartsheet portfolios. It's engineered to help you quickly create and manage projects in a simple, intuitive way. Standardized templates keep work in sync, minimize risk and errors. You can automate project creation to cut down manual work and spin up new projects with ease. And you get all that important bird's eye view with portfolio reporting, so you can always know how things are progressing. Portfolios is the new, fully integrated self-service offering available in EAP today. So whether you're managing a few projects or hundreds of initiatives, you have the right tools to confidently align work, people, and priorities at scale. Okay, now my favorite. It's not always the big portfolio level features. Sometimes, you already know that. That's great. The most meaningful improvements are the ones that make your and my, everybody's everyday work a little easier. And those ideas come from you, each and every one of you. And there's one feature you've asked more than anything else, and we've heard you loud and clear. And we're excited to announce that one of your top requested and most anticipated features is now available today, dynamic dropdowns. So you'll see here in the example, Jeremy wants to assign contractors of his project plan to a task. His company already has a list of approved contractors he can select from, and he wants to choose options from an existing list for another sheet. With just a few clicks, he can link his column contractor name to an existing list. And now his contractor dropdown values matches his company list. And the new contractors added and removed from the approved sheet, the option in his project sheet will update to match, making sure he always works with the most up-to-date list. And it's live now. We're very excited to continue building on it. So soon, Jeremy will be able to filter his list of contractors on skills, location, or any other dependent field you might have, and any other requirements based on your projects. So go try it out yourself. Open up your laptops right after this. And it's all about the value Smartsheet intelligent work management helps you deliver. We're seeing teams get 76% improvement in automated workflows. Completing 53% more projects each year, work managers are 39% more productive. It's the platform built for the enterprise, powered by AI, designed to help organizations not just keep up with the change, but thrive because of it. And I encourage you to visit our breakout session, Explore Smartsheet, learn more about EAP and our innovation. And please join us in thanking our incredible sponsors, AWS and Prime, whose thank you. Whose exciting booths are key stops on your journey to this future of work. And I want to underscore one final thing, and the most important thing. And Raj said this morning. None of this is possible without you. Every conversation we have, every piece of feedback you share with us, that's what shapes this platform. Your ambitions, your voices are the intelligence we rely on the most. I rely on the most. So thank you for being our partners in this journey and helping us build the future.